Alright, I'm driving down the road here in Ohio, doing a little bit of a vlog. Is that what they call it? A video log? A vlog? On my way to the Origins Game Fair in Columbus, Ohio. And I wanted to do a little bit of a video log of it because this is the first actual board gaming convention I've been to. After over 20 years, with this being really my biggest hobby, board gaming, this is the first one I've been to, despite the fact that there's now conventions all over the country, all over the world. But first things first, I wanted to mention my sunglasses. I know I look super fly right now. These are my wife's sunglasses. I just spent the last 30 minutes looking for mine, and my eyes are super sensitive. I'm like a super baby when it comes to my eyeballs, and I cannot drive in this summer or very close to summer sunshine without sunglasses. And it's not like me to misplace mine, but I could not find them absolutely anywhere. So I'm just gonna have to look cool for this video. But yes, I did go to the Dice Tower Cruise as a combination birthday present and 10-year anniversary present. Last year, my wife surprised me. It was quite a surprise in a lot of ways, and it was super awesome. I don't really count that as a board game convention, though it was kind of like a sort of almost board game convention and a cruise all mixed into one. But I'm still counting this as my first actual board game convention. Origins, because like the Dice Tower, the cruise, there weren't vendors. There was not an exhibit hall. There was an awesome game room to just play games, which was fantastic. But this is Origins, is a bona fide board game convention. I think it was 7,000 to 8,000 people they had last year. So Gen Con is by far the biggest one in North America. I think they had 75,000 to 80,000 attendees last year, I believe was what I Googled, which is crazy. Origins is much, much smaller than that, but it's still a lot of people. The Greater Columbus Convention Center, I think it was 7,000 to 8,000 people last year they had. It's still going to be a lot of people. Probably the biggest crowd I've been in a long, long, long time. So I know there's, I don't know how many, hundreds of vendor booths. There's open gaming. There's game shows, there's special guests. Actually, one of the things, a little bit of a disappointment, one of the things I was very excited about was, and now I'm going to say her name wrong now that I brought this up without looking it up, is it Adriana Padlacki? I know I said that wrong. The first officer from the show, The Orville, Seth MacFarlane's show, The Orville, she's the first officer. And then Scott Grimes, who plays Lieutenant Malloy, one of my favorite characters on there. And I'm second guessing as I'm saying out loud because it's been a hot minute since I finished that show, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct, Lieutenant Malloy. Anyways, he's probably my favorite character on that show, and they were both supposed to be there, Scott Grimes and Padlacki, whose name I'm saying wrong. But Scott Grimes' appearance was canceled. I just saw last night when we were coming in. Anyways, so I'm still hoping to get a signature from Padlacki. I'll try to figure out how to say her name before I get there. I actually got an Orville ship, and I got the base. I brought the base with me, and I'm hoping she'll sign the base. Obviously, I was hoping to have both their signatures, but it is what it is. Other than that, I'm just really looking forward to the spectacle of it all, seeing what games are there. It's crazy. I've been in this hobby, the serious board gamer / Euro gamer / tabletop gamer, hobby for probably 22 years, give or take. It's about that time. My 40th birthday is coming up very soon. Very, very soon. And I think I was 17 or 18 when I placed my first, hobby grade board game order, when I first discovered these games even exist. So yeah, and all that time, there were years where I could have told you what all the hottest games were. like what games I should be looking for when I go to this convention. But the crazy thing is, this year, I have no idea. I'm just going to be there just like a total noob in a lot of ways. Just for the spectacle of it all. My goal is to soak it all in, have a good time, not spend a crazy amount of money, but if I'm being honest, my hope is to walk away, and here's my mission statement. Man, these glasses are really getting on my nerves. I think I'm going to regret wearing these for the video, but my eyes hurt real bad, gosh. Ugh. My goal is to find one game that just speaks to me, that just like, oh, this is a cool find, and whenever I play this game in the future, I'll remember that's the game I got at my first board game convention. That's the game I got at my first Origins. So I hope to find one game that just really speaks to me. I don't need to find a bunch of games. I got a bunch of games. One game that really speaks to me that I can buy and walk away with. And then one just cool, unique thing. A board game accessory. A totally not board game accessory. Just something that's unique. And I'm hoping to do that and be happy with that and not feel that I need to walk away with a whole pile of games. There's been years I could have come here and I would have walked away with a huge pile of games. Just the overwhelmingness of it all and seeing all these games I hadn't seen before. But I'm at a point in my life now where I certainly have to accept the fact that I have way more board games than I'm ever going to play. And part of that is this season of life. We have 2 young children. And our oldest is just now really starting to play games. And I'm starting to see the light. I don't want to put it that way, because I love having small kids in a lot of ways. But I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel in the sense that he may grow up hating board games. He might. But I think, at least for a while, he might be willing to play the grown-up board games. And I think he's getting pretty close to being able to play the kinds of games that I enjoy. And of course, as he grows, he'll be able to play more and more complex ones. In other words, I think we might be ready to go into some light dice rolling games and things like Ticket to Ride, things that I consider real games. I mean, no offense to games where you're just moving Play-Doh characters around and things like that, but I'm looking forward to that, in other words. But anyways, that was a long tangent to say I have way more games than I need, so my goal is not to leave with a pile of games. My goal is to leave with one really cool looking game that will be like a special game that I got at Origins. But anyways, we're actually staying at my wife's grandma's house, and it really worked out perfect because she's a little bit over an hour, not much over an hour, away from the convention center. And so I don't have to buy a hotel. And in fact, I believe I'm going to be able to stay with some friends who live even closer to the convention center once I'm up here. But I'm driving from my wife's grandma's house, which is a little bit over an hour away. So I got about 45 minutes still to go. And parking is one of the many things I'm nervous about. This is all new to me. I live kind of in the boondocks, small town, fairly rural. Some people might say backwards area, but it's what I'm used to. Columbus, it's not the biggest city in the country, but it's a city. It's a legit city. It's going to be big for me. And I'm expecting to be overwhelmed, and I'm expecting to just soak that in and be okay with it. But the parking is one thing that makes me nervous. So I looked into it last night, and I was a little shocked to see that pretty much all the parking that's even remotely close to the convention center is $20 a day. So I went ahead and reserved one that's supposed to be attached to the actual convention center. You can't get more convenient than that. It was $20 for the whole day. So I got a QR code, so that makes me less nervous. I should just be able to scan my QR code. I'll put the address for the parking deck right into my GPS. And it's attached to the convention center. So that's taken some stress off of me. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people. I don't know how much filming I do. I get self-conscious filming a bunch of people, without asking their permission. But there's going to be so many people there, they probably won't notice or care. There's probably going to be a lot of people. Because there's one thing there's too many of in board gaming. It's too many jackalopes like me who think they got to put out content. To be fair, I don't just put out board game content. I put out all kinds of garbage. But there's a lot of people who are going to be there filming to make videos. So, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be celebrities there. There's a lot there. I was the most interested in the two people from the Orville just because I really enjoyed that show. It was more Star Trek than Star Trek Discovery, which isn't saying a lot, but it really was. And it got better and better as it went. I wasn't totally sure the first few episodes. It leaned a little too in the goofy, I thought, but it got more serious quickly and just really good. Good acting, good writing, it was just good. Anyways, there's a lot of other celebrities there from all kinds of TV shows. I know Elizabeth Hargrave's going to be there, the designer of Wingspan, which is one of the most breakout hit board games of the last decade in the hobby gaming realm. Yeah. So, anyways, once we're there and we're walking in, hopefully I'll be able to come back with another video, and I won't be so overwhelmed that I can't even think straight to pull my phone out and record. But we'll catch you soon. Thanks for checking out the Cardboard Cave.